practically every one of the top 40 records being played on every radio station in the United States is a communication to the children to take a trip, to cop out, to groove. The psychedelic jackets on the record albums have their own hidden.
This is a special question. We don't want you to smoke genetically modified ganja. We want you to smoke the real thing. We want you to smoke the natural herb. Some call it marijuana, some call it sensimedia, some call it lamb's bread, and some people call it ganja.
Yep, here we go. Hi, welcome to the Adam Dunn Show. We are live on YouTube.
Welcome to the Adam Dunn Show. I guess everything I just said was so meaningful was lost in the ether.
Well, they're just reading your lips. That's what was happening. Sorry.
So everyone knew exactly what I was saying.
Yeah.
No new tact. Good job. Welcome to the Adam Dunn Show. We are here on our third and last day at Takeover and Spannabis. Spannabis finished this afternoon. We're here live, so it's around midnight now here in Barcelona, and we're headed out, I guess, tomorrow. The crew, the Adam Dunn crew.
We are packing up here and heading on a plane, basically.
Who has delivered not one, not two, but 3 shows in just a few days.
3 shows.
It's amazing.
It's a world record.
It's a world record, and like I was saying when you weren't understanding a word that I said because I was just talking to nothing. I forgot now. I'm so high. What?
You don't miss any shows.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we don't miss any shows.
That's right. Now you don't miss any shows. That was what I was going. Good job,
yeah.
Kyle. Kyle, you're on point. All the missed shows, which I've done by traveling around too much and not having my shit together, are being made up on this one weekend.
Right.
So,
yeah.
And we're going to deliver one more show on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Live from Amsterdam.
Oh, yeah.
Big guests.
Live from my carry-on backpack.
Live from, are going to be like Voltron, and we're going to have all parts to the studio in everybody's little bags. Then we're going to connect at the right moment.
That's right.
And then forget one wire. It's usually what happens. So like Voltron, everybody together, missing one USB to 8-inch jack or some bullshit.
Right.
Actually, we had that today.
We did have it?
You had it yesterday.
Oh.
The old one.
The old. I want to thank. Let's do some shout outs right now because we have nobody in here, so we can kind of get this out of the way. Because yesterday we had so many guests and things were flowing so hard we didn't really get a chance to do proper shout outs. We will start with our latest and newest crew that we've been working with, which is Illuminar Lighting, and they are definitely it's going to fill in the gap for a lot of growers when it comes to choice, because they have everything: ceramic metal halides, they have LEDs, they have double-ended high-pressure sodiums, and so pretty much fit any kind of category you might need, and just high-quality people standing behind all the products, which is again what we're all about. That
It's nice to see the LEDs catching up. I've been in the closet with the LEDs the whole time, but now we can talk about them.
Listen to you, listen to you, metaphor.
I did it.
I've been in the closet, man. I know you've been in the closet. We knew that.
Just that closet.
That one? The
Well,
grow
yours
closet.
and Cece's too, but
Set yourself up for it, man. Sorry.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Been in the closet for too long. But anyway, IlluminarLighting.com is their website, right?
Yes.
Correct. Okay. Yeah. Got to get those things straight.
Yep. IlluminarLighting.com.
Hit up Maz, obviously. Annoy him just straight up.
he likes Facebook messages.
He loves it.
He loves them.
Loves. Emphasis on the word loves. And let's just kind of go into our normal old list.
All right.
Try to keep it. We've realized that we cannot go out of order, right? Because
Yeah.
when we do,
It's messed
it's
up.
just a fucking train wreck, right?
All
Every
right.
time. So,
New Millennium.
newmillenniumnutrients.com. These guys are really setting the standard right now for commercial and ease of use sort of application in the industry, and just getting the flavors and the terps down, which is the most important part, as we're all starting to realize. Just get on their website, check out the products. They have some great standalone products like Decision,
Fulvic.
the Fulvic, and the Winter Frost are all three things you could use no matter what you have in your program, and see some really awesome results. Also, you can check out the website for a calculator, which helps you figure out what you got, like space-wise, plant-wise, light capacity-wise, fill in all the gaps, and then you won't have to guess, which is useful, especially because some of the products are only needed at certain moments, so you don't need so much in the end. And a few of the other main products you might want to double down on, so you don't end up running to the grow shop every time. Right?
Absolutely.
Check them out. When you do, if you're ordering from them direct, don't forget the Dunn deal. Right? Dunn deal. Just throw that in there.
Done deal.
Somewhere within the language. And when you throw down the Dunn deal, you will see magic happens, right? See, look at that. Done deal. Joint.
Oh, wow. He got the done deal.
I got a Dunn deal.
You got a done deal, man.
Handed to me.
That was fantastic.
It was amazing. Timing was impeccable there. Next on the list, we have Philosoph.
Nope. Incredibles.
Oh my god!
Wow.
I lost. I got too excited.
One of the only multi-state edible companies in the country.
Yeah, and also just the most consistent and on point as far as putting out things that work and flavors that people like, and just kind of a full rounded product. If you're in Colorado, you can go on their store finder and find out that they're pretty much everywhere.
Yep.
If you're in other states, take a look on there and see if they're in your state. I know some lucky states, Nevada, California, a few Massachusetts, and a few other that are already for sure on the list. I don't know about availability. Those ones you might want to look into. But if they're not available where you are officially, but they are supposed to be there, tell whoever's in charge to get them on the shelves, because
You can throw a rock and get one in Denver.
oh yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous there for sure. But
Yeah.
But in general, a lot of the products, like when they come out with their pens and their oils and stuff, they might have them, but they'll be sold out because that stuff's always flying off the shelf so fast.
Yeah.
So check them out. iloveincredibles.com for all that information. And fortunately, you can't really use the Dunn deal because there's so many shops that sell it, but you can still try. So
You could try it.
you can always try. Because if somebody goes, "What do you mean?" Well, if you're in Colorado, they probably know the show, so
Yeah.
you might either get a deal or you'll get kicked out of the store, depending on what you
You'll get done.
depending on
real
what
done.
store. Now, I don't have that many haters in Colorado, surprisingly. You'd think I would, right? Living there. But
Right.
no. Colorado's all right. Next on now we have Build a Soil. Of course.
Build a soil.
Build a Soil. There we go.
Everybody wants to build a soil. I live so far away. Rod had built a soil.
And if you're in Colorado and New Mexico, you get free shipping.
I know, right? So that's the deal. Again, those Colorado people killing it. They get the free shipping from Build a Soil, but also, even if you're not ordering large amounts of stuff from him, you can get you get online, look at just some of the hard to find stuff and the things that he has. Some of them doesn't even matter. You can get them. You can pay for that shit.
I've shown him.
Soil might be a little bit of a problem to Philly. It's a little expensive.
No, but the amendments again, he has stuff nobody else has.
Yep, and just hard to find, high quality. Always is really checking. As far as price and sourcing and all that stuff. He's just one of those guys you want to definitely talk to if you can. If you call them at 855-877-SOIL, you can talk to somebody who will know what you need and actually how to apply it in your situation. So they're all knowledgeable. Everybody grows.
Not just somebody there just taking the phone call and following a script. They know what they're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. And get down to the bottom and to the nitty gritty of what you really need. And actually, when Jeremy gets on board, I've seen him help people out who had, things they didn't even buy from him, but they had issues, and then he helped correct it and put a lot of energy into that, and, help turn around their gardens and stuff, save the day, sort of. So,
understood him to be a pretty good guy.
Yeah, great people. So anyway, give him a call again, 855-877-SOIL, or get on to buildasoil.com. Throw the done deal at him. I have no idea what we never come out with agreed done deals, except for our last one, which we'll get to later. He's the only guy that we've ever got confirmed. Confirmed as far as that is official.
Yes.
You punch that in, and it actually gets you to the next step.
Oh, excellent.
That's important.
Next step here.
Next step here is Mr. Ron Wallace. Wow.
Pumpkins.
Wow. Yeah. WallaceWow.com. Check him out if you're interested in anything mycorrhizal or rhizosphere orientated, or you want to improve your soil, or you want to talk soil science. Get in touch with Ron. He's a master.
This is all he's doing now. He's not doing his other job anymore, right? He's just
he quit his other job, which was basically taking care of plants too, and he focuses now solely on his pumpkins and cannabis a little bit. I mean, not so much personal at his place, but he's opened his sort of doors more to cannabis world, just because he sees the camaraderie between the different grower styles, as far as we kind of all there's a few different things. I mean,
he's put some packs together. I think you can get too.
Yeah, he's putting together packs, and he understands. He's sort of seeing the differences at certain points and junctions when they actually sort of maybe like as far as, especially in the rhizosphere, you have the endo and the ecto, and cannabis is more of an endo. So there's differences, but for the most part, up until that point, it's sort of all the same. And there's a lot of groups of people out there that take it just as seriously as cannabis growers,
using the same things.
Yeah, and just if not even more, because they put so much energy into that one fucking specimen,
just the ground cover.
Yeah, my friend Cam, who introduced me to Ron, he showed me his list one time, and it was like, oh my god, just the amounts of food and the number, because he was really, really competitive. It's competitive.
Well, they gain 30 pounds in a day, some of the pumpkins.
Right, and they're literally being spoon fed and shit, just
under the tarp, greenhouses built around them.
So yeah, it's pretty amazing. But yeah, check out Ron at WallaceWow.com and tell him you need that done deal, though.
Done deal. Green Farms. Is
their site back up?
No.
Oh shit. All right. Well, we gotta get their site back up, because we're gonna be sending a lot of people their way. Greenfarms.co, when it's up, is a website devoted to Green Farms sort of philosophy, which is all no-till, grown properly, organically, and doing this in a consistent manner, which is quite complicated in its own right, because there's a lot of moving parts, in a sense, is a different way to think about it. But in a sense, yeah, because you're always kind of your timing has to be critical if you're going to be doing everything indoors. You're not in a greenhouse situation where you can kind of like half just let it do its thing once the plants, get into the ground or whatever. But he's doing it right. Top, all crop cover, and hey, he's got crystals on the bottom of every plant, bro. So that shit's fire. When there's crystals on every plant, you're like, all right,
yeah, man.
No, but some good growing techniques, and you can go to their dispensary in Colorado Springs if you live there and you actually are a medical patient. And you can go to their grow shop in Louisville, the Green Farms Feed and Seed, which has he actually has a lot of Jeremy stuff there too. He's one of the few grow shops that really has a corner devoted just to products from Jeremy, which is on point. And but he has all the other different Envesa and a bunch of other in-house as far as the groups that are making it are right there and hand delivering it to him. So he's got some great formulas to work with. Check them out at greenfarms.co. All list, and they also have Buffalo and the Rasta Rooster and the Rasta Worms, right?
Yep.
So can you put my headphones a tiny bit up? I don't really hear them so much. Just kind of muffled maybe plug it in. Turn me on. There we go. Something. A little bit. Nothing. Tweaking.
No, I was trying to turn you on.
Oh. How's Slav doing out there?
He's not.
Oh, we were imagining that?
No, he had to be.
Yeah, there's
no
Slav.
Huh?
No Slav.
No Slav.
Oh, wow.
Is that better?
No, not
That's
really.
your loss, guys.
It is, I guess.
Slav is quite the
a little
character.
bit. There it is. Maybe he has a big
We
volume.
met some nice guys from BC, and he seems to be their fearless leader.
Slav from BC, yeah. Well,
Slav
that was
from BC.
Slav. Some call him Slav. Some call him Slav. Slav.
Just don't call him late for dessert before dinner.
Exactly. We've learned that this man loves Coca-Cola so much, which is, it's funny because it's going to be one of those generational things, because at a certain point when people figure out how bad soda is for them, there will be a turn soon where because now everyone's starting to get it. Oh shit, that's why everyone has diabetes and it looks like shit and is dying early. Maybe that sugar shit. So I have a feeling there'll be, less and less of those things, and people like him are literally going to be.
He'll be the example.
Don't do that. Don't do that, kids. Yeah. Well, hopefully we get Slav through because he is fun. He's a good character, and he knows everybody. He knows our friends.
Knows all our friends.
So
had a great time at dinner with them.
Yeah.
Good
That's
time
what
to
that's
retire.
kind of what the Spannabis is all about. It's like a meeting of the minds, and you get all the different, cannabis sort of renegades and outlaws and the last of crew and people like him who have actually been doing it for a bit and now see the.
Well, again, this was a lot of good people in the same spot, a very far place from anywhere that any of us are from. Mm-hmm. Again, just great. The cast of people that have been on here the last couple of days has just been pretty incredible.
I know. Now look where we're at.
Yeah.
Now we're back
wants
to us.
hang out with us.
Now we're back to us.
Hey, we still have seats here now too.
Oh yeah, that'll just be there. That's like the warm up too.
See,
Don't you worry.
Okay, cool.
Don't you worry.
We
We totally didn't forget that, did we?
Nope.
I didn't forget it.
You're always the last and best.
Yeah, of course. Never forget. What were we talking about? No, just kidding. Seeds here now. I'm just kidding. Seeds here now. Seeds here now. Seeds here now. Seeds need to come here now, though, to Barcelona next time we come, because he would definitely do well as far as bringing the right banks over, because
Very few.
they're hungry. They're hungry over here for good genetics, and that was cool to see that there's like another show, because basically it seemed like it was almost getting harder to find shows that would let you sell seeds openly than it was to do almost anything else. Like you could sell spice and you could sell this and you could sell that, but everybody went down. And it was a wind down.
That's all good.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, of course.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Everything's good.
Yeah,
Cece, I got a spot for you.
No,
No,
That doesn't work. I got you.
I liked how that sounded, though. That really sounded like the show just died.
It's outside. I can do it out in the bar.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Seeds here now.
Seeds here now. No, anyway, yeah, like I was saying, they're very hungry here for seeds. They obviously are looking for American genetics, looking for hard to find things, and that's what you get when you contact James over at Seeds Here Now. He's got like the best breeders, fresh drops all the time, and limited edition. Also, the Seedaholic site, which is connected to the Seeds Here Now, is a great way to find these last packs and lost packs and all
Hard
kinds
to
of,
get things.
yeah, just there were some Starfighters up recently and some other ones that were like lost in the mail for over a year.
Found them in the drawer that I forgot about.
Yes, it
I
happens.
hid,
It happens.
so I knew I
Especially when
was-
you're moving and stuff, and you're like, oh, there's that thing. Because seeds are not the kind of thing which, cannot be lost.
No.
Very easy, especially if you're talking about a couple packs here and a couple
Yeah.
packs there. But yeah, check them out, seedaholics.com. When you contact either or, you always throw the Dunn deal down and get an extra 10% off your order. And
They're running their March Madness sale right now. Every
know
day.
It, know it in your head already? Or you looking
I got
at
it right here.
I-
Compound
shit.
Genetics, Mota Rebel, Oni Seeds, and Unity Seeds, 25% off. Thug Pug, Unknown Prophet, Mycotech, Keith Sweat, Riot Seeds, and Snow High, 20% off. We got Relentless, Swamp Boys, Dominion, Canorado, Crockett, 15% off. We got Lucky Dog Seed Company, 10% off. Ethos Genetics, purchase any 2 packs of Ethos and get one of Distribution's Choice for free while supplies last.
Oh, shit.
Ba-boom.
Crockett, one of the few guys represented here in the American side.
Yep.
Some of the guys from DNA, Big Buddha, a lot of our friends from home, but again, a lot of people that we usually see that, just would have been eaten up here, I'm sure, because companies that I've never heard of had lines too.
Yeah, well, there's always, it's interesting to see the parallel styles going on as far as, everybody here seems to be on the similar tips with cookies and fruits and papayas and, everything's a sherbet or this or something.
Tangy Cross.
Sherbet
A lot
cookies.
a lot of Tangy Crosses. And, the thing I like in Spain a lot is you get a lot of people here growing landrace stuff because they have a good climate to run those things outdoors and be able to actually pull something out of it, not just get like a
Anywhere you go,
8-week
grow
thing,
good
yeah.
grapes.
Well, yeah, you can actually grow until December or January and grow some long sativa stuff. And so that's it. There is a lot of growers I meet here that are super passionate, which is good. Met some good growers here in the store. Had one of the guys up there was growing a bubblegum chem, which was interesting. And the chem, hard to get a clear story on exactly what kind of chem it was because it was a chem grown from seed from a company here. So
Who knows where it came from?
and it was from Karma. I believe it was from Karma. And so again, like
One of many females.
I think that's why I think American growers would do really well over here, just because it's funny when somebody's exotic. Now you're from America, exotic.
Sure.
Whereas
Anything with a Cali name on it. Again, what our old flavor of the week strain idea was.
And this is perfect.
They're
because
ready to go.
Our last shout out is for Tresor.
Oh, the shout outs for Tresor. Tresor? Is it Tresor?
Our home and host.
Oh. Are you coming on? You stepping on with that hood? You can't wear hoods on my show. You know that. There's no hoods allowed.
Treasurer has been our home away from home since Tuesday. I showed up just on hey, I know Petey.
What?
And they let me in. They took good care of me.
Done deals all around
They've
here.
taken care of us every night.
It's the done deal.
We can't say enough. The hostesses and the host Petey. I mean, they're incredible. The girls that work here are
Awesome.
all too kind. please come to Treasure if you're in Barcelona.
Yeah.
It's worth the trip alone. You won't be disappointed.
Yeah,
You don't even have to visit another club because I didn't.
Jesus
we
Christ! What kind of
actually-
advertisement is that? No, you have to go to all the clubs, but you have to
Messing.
start here and end here. That would be my
Yeah, that's
suggestion.
That's fair.
You'll end up back here anyways.
Yeah. Well, the thing
Yeah.
about it is, this what we kind of explained earlier is that this place is a definite combination of a lot of different flavors, and one of them being our favorite Belgian bar in Amsterdam, which is small and intimate, but it's all the same artists started there. That all most of the artists that are in here, at least, because some of them are local, but almost more than half, let's say, came from that sort of community right there, and that whole alleyway, which we'll take you to and get some shots for the show, is like literally like kind of legendary little spot, just because, and it wasn't that long there. It was legendary in the last 20 say like 20 years probably, but from a street artist point of view or whatever, graffiti artists and street artists and sticker up bombers and all that kind of stuff, that's like a hub, and so he's got a little of that flavor, a little bit of Colorado in the Hood Lab, which he came to and checked out. And, we were the very underground, obviously, pre-club,
Sure.
and again, same artist and same style, a little more loose, free, and weed friendly. Even though the Belgian bar was quite weed friendly, you still have to smoke outside. It's like they don't want you. The bar is literally smaller than the room we're in right now. It's tiny, but
Crazy.
These clubs, we need to get this together in the United States. I mean, just again the vibe, the atmosphere, everything.
That's the only thing I've been thinking every time.
It's been a very positive place for the last 5 days, 6 days.
Every time I light up a joint, I'm like, we just need this at home. What's going
Yeah.
on here? Like,
it's weird, right? But at the same time, it's been quite a struggle here, I think, and it didn't really pop off until recently. And so up until then, like the whole times I used to come down here, it was always like, you had your spots, and there's definitely like bars you can go to, restaurants that would let you smoke at the end of the night, and there was mostly, because it's Spain, it's Catalan, it's very cool. They're actually like some of the coolest in Spain. You know what I mean? Like you get the vibe of the whole country. This is like the coolest, the most, cannabis friendly always. Even though the Basque Country and other places have better growing regions, let's say, and people can grow a little more, but for the all around combo of city life, with a
Cannabis
with
culture.
with an underground, cannabis culture is great, and now it's becoming an over. Here we are again at the crossroads of cannabis in the mainstream on the Adam Dunn Show.
right?
Dun, 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 dun.
Always
Always there.
crossroads often. We came to it at the Gaudi house. I mean, we saw it there in the road.
We saw something.
The crossroads between cannabis and Main Street.
yeah, that's right.
And we turned around.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
didn't know which way to go.
We didn't want to cross the mainstream.
We went back.
Yeah,
here
well,
we are.
it is part of the evolution of, like, at a certain point you become part of the bigger majority, which has always been a dream of cannabis people, right? Like, everybody's gonna smoke, which has never been true. It's always been like, that small percentage in the first place that even does and or cares, and then out of that, 10% being real quality.
The taboo is disappearing enough, though. Again, where I'm at on the East Coast, I have guys that I've been sitting on bar stools since we were in high school, coming and I'm done with that now. This is for me now, and that's the best thing in the world to hear. I bet you they're gonna lose 50 pounds and be in better overall shape for it. But
no joints.
we had an incredible tapas dinner. Kyle had a couple mojitos.
Oh yeah,
Special mojitos.
that's all right.
Made with
Shiloh
fun
fied.
and love.
Shiloh-fied.
Ain't no thing.
I've been Shiloh-fied. Yeah, we're threatened that Shiloh Massive would be here. We'll see. I give it about a
So far, it's empty.
20% chance that he's gonna get here.
There you go.
Yeah, I give it like 5.
Especially because he said he was gonna take over my show. So
Yeah.
there was some ballsy threats going
Big
down. Yeah.
promise.
Oh, Massive's coming, taking over. All right, cool. Let's do it. I was totally down because apparently him and Taylor were going to take over the whole show, and then I could just take a break. Yeah, exactly. I was ready to. Just like the other day when Danny took over the show, which is perfect for Ed. I just realized I could just sit here and do dabs and listen to these guys do my show.
Right.
Well, and Sasquatch messaged me during the show. He said, "You didn't say a word." I said, "I've got Danny and then Ed and these guys coming in. What do you want me to really say right now?" I said the best thing I could do is take these headphones off and scoot.
Oh, so it was good. Ed's always fun to have on the show.
Yeah.
He's it's almost like you have somebody new in the room who doesn't really get that he's actually just taking the shit all the time, even though he plays that serious like mode. He's very good at that.
Yeah.
He made it out till 5 a.m. most nights, from what I understand.
And smoking the whole time and partying and doing all the things, but at the same time he's also dropped some knowledge, I think.
Let's get
he showed a kind of like hidden agenda in there where he actually had like things that he really wanted to bring out there, which was good to see, because it wasn't like just having to spoon feed questions or anything. There's like I said, Danny interviewed Ed, so I can put that on the thing. Watch Danny Danko.
That's I went to my doctor's office
from the definitely not top podcast.
I just got my medical card in Pennsylvania, and I go into the office, and Ed's new book sitting on right on the table. It was actually a nice little conversation starter. Broke the ice between me and the guy. But I've never in my life that I think I'd see an Ed Rosenthal book in a doctor's office in Pennsylvania. Here we are.
Right. Well, it's it's good that they're educating themselves and trying to get up to speed, because as we saw in Colorado, I mean, even though the doctors a lot of times are just taking the piss and taking, hand over fist cash and bringing patients through, the fact that real doctors that actually, can prescribe still, it doesn't have to be just a turn and burn Dr. Kush fucking special deal or whatever. It can actually be, just implemented normally, and then people will be less, will take it more seriously, which is important. Be less stigmatized and all that.
They are prescribing to kids. I've seen people come in with walkers, and I've seen, every walk of life come in there at this point. Again, when I see it in the East Coast the way I do, we're just a couple states away from Middle America, and really getting into the heart of things there. So,
well, we only got 4 states left, which is crazy, right? So,
wow,
there's
4 states left
that don't have a medical program.
There's 46. Is what you're saying? With medical?
So, totally. Yeah.
Now Alaska just signed on for they're going to allow you consume on site now. That just passed this week.
Sweet.
So, and Florida just passed burnable.
Alaska, come on. You travel. It's not like you go next door, right? It doesn't matter where you go. You're pretty much, unless you're like in Anchorage and you happen to be like within a couple blocks of the shot. For the most part, you're driving 20 miles, 30 miles, whatever. The fact that you can't like relax there, have a smoke, chill out for a bit.
You don't have somewhere else to really go other than outside. And and
then the whole driving and smoking argument, I'll fight that till I'm blue in the face as far as like prove it. And just show me any evidence of anything that shows less than you drive a little slower than normal.
You stop for green lights.
You might sit at a green light for a little long. That's possible. But for the most part, it's just going to miss more exits. That's what it's always proven. That's like, that is the number one thing.
And now
no safety with it.
Huh?
No safety issues.
No, well, what they should do, and I already thought of this a long time ago, I was like, oh, dude, I know what I would do is I would have 2 exits for every exit. I'd have an exit 1 and
the stoner exit.
Stoner exit.
So you don't have to.
Yeah, so when you miss the first one, you go like, oh, I got at least the next 500 feet, there's going to be stoner exit B. Boom. So, there you go.
And then there's exit B, and then it takes you west instead of east.
No, it takes you get a little freedom, a little extra nudge there. But
I did look it up though. October 17, 2018. As of October 17, 2018, weed is currently legal in some form in 48 U.S. states.
48.
Yes, sir.
Down to 2 states.
Yes, sir.
46. Did I say 48?
You did say
Oh,
48.
jeez.
Oh,
46.
There we go. That weed problem right there.
Factoids.
This is
Hitting
why
it all
Kyle
around.
doesn't.
So I'm on point with my facts.
So is it? Are we gonna guess the 4 states? Is that the next
Yeah,
game we'll
let's
play?
guess the 4 states. I think I know which ones.
Iowa. That's
Duh.
my first.
I think it's all the I states. Idaho,
Indiana.
Idaho.
Idaho.
I think it's all the I states.
And
Is it?
I'm not going to Oh, you guys want me to tell you?
Oh,
right now?
are we right on those 3 though? Idaho,
North Dakota.
Indiana,
North
and
Dakota.
Iowa.
North Dakota.
You're right on the first one. Idaho is a go. That does not have any medical.
But Iowa
laws.
does.
Yes, it does.
Damn.
Now, I said Idaho, so I'm still in.
The next,
Indiana.
The next 3 are right.
Indiana.
The next 3 are right next to each other. All 3 of them.
Shit. Tennessee.
Yep.
Nope.
Son of a bitch.
Mississippi.
Nope.
No.
Nope. That's a no.
They already have one.
Missouri's got one.
3 more guesses.
Not North Dakota
Nope.
Texas.
or South Dakota.
No, Texas.
South Dakota.
Okay, so you got
Okay.
Idaho, South Dakota.
Idaho, South
And
Dakota.
then 2 more.
Wyoming.
Nope.
No, what's that? Come on, use your geography skills.
Well, I didn't grow up in this country.
Ooh.
Bloody hell,
Smart.
mate.
Bloody hell, mate.
Catch you from my accent.
Oh, I forgot.
I'm a shitty Australian.
All right, so
Idaho, South Dakota.
Tennessee.
that's
Nope.
not a-
I just said
I
Tennessee.
I said it 3 times now.
Tennessee.
Did you say Tennessee?
Is it Tennessee?
Tennessee.
No,
I think it's
definitely
Tennessee.
not
All right.
All right. Well, my last guess is Tennessee.
No, come on.
Okay,
Georgia.
So next.
No, Georgia has nothing to do with that. What are you talking about?
It's next to
Yeah,
Tennessee.
Georgia's got some.
You want me to give it up?
Use your geography, Adam. It's right next
I'm
to that
old.
one.
I'm old.
I didn't want to tell you. You
I'm
know,
old.
There's CU
Illinois.
Boulder's nemesis.
Oh, well, you should know.
Nebraska.
Yep, that's one of them.
Oh, shit.
They have
Yes,
a
sir. Did
decriminal-
my job.
Nebraska has a decriminalization though.
Yeah, but it's not medical marijuana.
Yeah.
But they have
Oh,
We were
so
they
specific.
have a law.
And Oklahoma already flipped, so that's not there anymore.
So this is a horseshit
And then Kansas.
list.
Oh,
Yeah,
the worst.
Gross.
That
so
sucks.
much
Now I don't
weed
have a
there.
reason to go to Kansas. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
So that's it. That was
That was it. Those are the 4.
Wow. So Indiana, so
Idaho, South Dakota,
South Dakota.
Nebraska, and Kansas.
Wow.
In Tennessee.
Those are the places you don't
Tennessee.
want to live
Tennessee.
at this point in time.
Tennessee.
Tennessee is definitely
Tennessee's
going
over
Yeah,
here.
my guess is Tennessee.
Tennessee
Do we
has a
say Tennessee
comprehensive
yet?
medical marijuana program.
comprehensive.
So it's not Tennessee.
Not Tennessee.
Oh, wait.
It is Tennessee.
No. They have a
told you it's
CBD
Tennessee.
low THC program. Sorry.
Oh, great.
Is that 2 C's in Tennessee?
Okay, so that means we're literally at the beyond tipping point. What'd she say?
She's not here. That's the problem.
Yeah. So we have a
Tell
call.
her to Scooty Poot over
I
here.
am at backyard with HSO. What the hell is that? even?
Humboldt Seed Organization.
Oh, you're on point.
Yeah, well, they were at dinner.
Oh, that was who's there. Okay.
Yeah, that was one of, and then I think Biovortex. And,
And backyard, whatever that means. It's
you
just
know, it's
code word.
no, well, it's not a code word.
That was
It's
Hazel?
code word for another club in town.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so, one that is not top shelf. You know,
Oh my gosh!
Like
Not
Treasure.
treasure, like treasure,
like treasure,
treasure,
treasure.
treasure. However you say it, it's the best shop in town, hands down.
Yeah.
In the Tri County.
I prefer Trezor.
Who was your favorite interview this weekend? All the guys we ran into.
I mean, Danny's always fun. Him and I have a good time just because.
He wanted to come on again last night at the Turp Tower. I don't
Should
know.
have. I don't know why he
I
didn't.
think he just kind of turned around and went back down.
Yeah. No, but like I said, he has a crappy podcast he tries to do. And when he comes on mine, he feels like he's finally doing something quality. That's how I look at it. No, he.
That was a good show. The other
It
day.
was.
I enjoyed listening.
It had a cool energy to it, for sure.
And
Turp Tower.
Turp Tower was cool. Turp Tower was great just because it was.
bomb.
It was also.
Thank you, Turp Tower.
Good, good to talk to.
Petey, no, Crystal.
Petey was supposed to come. Actually, he never showed up.
stood us up. His back was hurting yesterday. Like he was in bad shape. So
No, but we had all the NorCal ladies in the house there, which was good. It's always nice to, sit with people who understand quality and what it takes and been there since the beginning, which is, that again.
all those girls put in work.
Oh, for sure.
And
What are you laughing at over
I'm just laughing.
I see you laughing in the corner.
It was
Still
again.
laughing.
I never know. I never know if it's a complete, if it's on the screen or if it's what you're seeing or just in your head. I think it's in your head actually at this point.
It was one of the
I'm
first.
delirious from no sleep, man. We've been
yes,
going for
sir.
the past couple three days. So it's
We
good.
have. We have not stopped. Every single night has been at least three or four in the
3 or
morning.
4 at least.
Here till 3 or 4.
And again, we have to pack up today. So this tonight's show is only going to be a little bit. It won't be super long, but whatever. Maybe
We just
you
wanted
never
to
know.
check in.
Like I said, you never know if the Shiloh Massive Crew makes it out of wherever this place is, and we could go on for hours.
Ever.
And but if not, it's okay. We're gonna be back.
Yeah.
In just a few days.
Yep.
I was disappointed though that we did not get to go back over to the Hash Museum again because I really wanted to revisit that spot.
That was a cool spot.
Because we went the other night and we weren't really there to record, but
Or look. Yeah.
and even much time to look, just because it was kind of one of those
Kind of
It's like
crowded.
very
Crap.
social.
social hurry up and look and wait and run and
Talk.
yes,
Hug.
I had to talk to people. But yeah, it was a cool spot.
I mean, the building is an amazing place, and,
Yeah.
and
Oh, man,
the
it
things inside are just absolutely
Yeah, lots of
incredible.
cool things in there. I liked all the old medicine bottles.
Yeah,
Like-
the medicine bottles, the
like-
bongs, the ancient bongs,
Right.
all the smoking devices, the media, the pictures. It was
As well, it's
Great
it's the one in Amsterdam too. It's so the one that I used to work at originally is now been moved like a couple doors down to like also a space similar to that as far as the quality of the building and like you can see like oh wow this is some it feels like you're in a museum
and that's Ben again running that one as well. Yeah,
oh yeah. Ben's the man. He's got some great displays and fun to have Yair on the show is because especially when like usually he's in the States and he's on the road and whatever, so he's like we are all tired and
everywhere.
yeah. Here he was kind of chilling, different vibe. I had him a little nervous. I don't know why.
You had him sweating.
Dude.
He was sweating.
Sweating bullets.
Yeah, it was a visible change in mood there. It was weird.
Everybody was like waiting for something to happen. I think
I don't know. Yeah, it was tense in the air.
Relax.
You could cut it with a knife.
Oh my god. Just relax here. It's okay.
Yeah, we're not that bad.
He'll be in Amsterdam with us.
No, we interviewed DNA today. That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll throw that up soon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Spannabis was nice little. Well, it was a huge show. I mean,
Yesterday
as far
there were
as
so many people there.
vendors and people go. Yeah,
It was interesting. Today was a lot calmer.
Yeah.
Outside was much more chill.
Yesterday
Obviously.
we did see a guy try fighting from the ground in
yeah.
handcuffs.
Oh yeah, we saw a guy get his ass beat. So that was interesting.
Yeah, he didn't win.
Did we not talk about that last night?
No.
No.
Yeah, here's a
They were
recap.
girls.
Some guy was fighting, and then the other guy was fighting, and then it stopped.
We heard some thuds. We heard some thuds.
Yep.
Caught a little on camera.
Guy got choked out.
Guy got choked out. Then he like spit.
He was like, "I quit, I quit," and then he didn't quit. He tried to kick him.
He tried to do something, and the old knee on the head trick or whatever.
It was a world star moment, but we didn't
We
get
missed
it.
the world star moment.
Mm-hmm.
We yelled it afterwards.
And Big Buddha, and we hit a lot of people up. Obviously, there's always so many to see, and doesn't help when you get there at 5 o'clock today. So that probably didn't help for our lack of interviews, but it's fine. I would expect nothing less.
No, but
You guys were on point. It was all Cece's fault. So
Oh yeah.
she's never like that. So I guess
You put CC in charge, though.
I didn't really, but yeah,
somebody did.
I did. Well, she had my phone.
Oh, yes.
I left my phone.
That's it.
So,
By the phone.
who else do we got? So we have no Slav. Slav's gone.
People
No, there's
on
a
the
British guy out there though. We've been trying to coax on
A British guy or the British guy?
I guess the
Who, Terry?
British
You're
guy.
talking about Terry.
Terry.
Oh, okay, Terry.
Well, Terrence.
Yeah, sure. If he can get on, he'll be really hard to handle. I have to warn everybody.
Ah,
I get
sweet.
Terry
Sounds
on.
like a good challenge.
He is going to try. He is going to try to take over.
No way.
He thinks
His
he should-
personality? No,
Yeah,
way.
he will try to take over the conversation. I may lose control here and there. I kind of pre-warn everybody, but if you can get him, and we can have a few talks.
I'll try to get him. Let me see how I can do it.
It's again, like I'm going to pre-warn everybody. Terry's.
They'll tell the real story about Adam.
Yeah, he's going
I'll tell you the real story, the truth no one's ever heard.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But Terry's been with my company, THCs, for years. Now he has helped out PD setting up this place since day one.
Nice.
And as you guys saw, and I've heard from a lot of people, this place really went through a lot of transformations in the last year, to the point where unrecognizable now to what it was a year ago.
Wow, really?
Because he tried to open up a year ago to kind of get ready for Spannabis, and obviously you're never really ready, right? So an operation
Ashtrays and rolling papers.
Yeah, I mean, you can get away with very minimal if you have a good weed. That's pretty much what it comes down to. Like, you don't have to have the perfect environment. As long as you have good weed, good tunes, good people, it's automatically, everybody kind of accepts whatever else is there. But Petey's got it all right now, as far as it's tight, and it's all of that plus, which is, I think, why it's without being pretentious, without it being like, oh, Chesterfield fucking couches and it's all overly decadent, which is not somehow in the stoner world not necessary. It's not necessary, and almost feel like it demotes it a tiny bit. Where if
You can't trust it.
yeah,
Well, then I fell asleep.
well, no, not even that. You just more like you feel like there's no need. If you're already at that level where you can have a $20,000 or $30,000 couch in your spot, probably don't need that much for me. You don't really need my money at that point. But if you like repurposed some shit where you were just like, holy shit, that's so smart, took apart a fucking Volkswagen and turned it into a couch, or whatever it was, you would be impressed and actually want to support somebody who did that, because it'd be like, oh, they're creative and they chopped up a fucking Volkswagen and turned it into a couch and whatever it was. Same with growers, and same with a lot of things, like people who are innovative and figure shit out is like proof of their sort of dedication to what they do. So like if you just go and buy something and set it all up and don't really put your heart and soul into it, it's sometimes it may work if you have enough money and everything's cool, but at the same time, when you start from the ground up and you build something, then you actually are able to improve it. And like today, a classic example, right? PD is now a plumber, right? So
Yeah, he had his hands
in there.
pretty gross,
But
pretty
it's also
dirty.
because he built this place, from the ground up, so he knows exactly where the pipes are laid, how to deal with it without having to call a guy in and open up this trap and blast water in there or whatever. And so those kind of things are, the same as if you have build your own greenhouse, or you build your own grow from the ground up, and there's little tricks to the design that are super creative. That's for me, that's always the cool part about checking out other people's grows and the way people do stuff, and try to catch that one little fucking genius, did that set 10,000 times and figured out how to do it better, which is the way to be a better grower. Oh, coffee.
Lovely.
See, this is what you get when you're in Europe. You can just get straight off the machine. Kyle's getting one too.
Ah, cheers, thanks.
Kyle. We don't have that at home, right? We're not quite there.
No.
We're not that sophisticated.
Unless we're at the dungeon.
It's true.
And the dungeon's got killer coffee. They got nice little lattes.
At the dungeon, yes. The dungeon is one of the few places you can get a good latte. Food has been really good here. That's one thing I gotta say.
Yep.
Coming to Europe, I feel like we were kind of touching on it the other day when we were talking to the girls, is that the whole idea of GMO food, and one of the reasons I liked that I lived in Europe when I did was that America was kind of like a free for all. just like fuck it. Everything got all the soy, all the corn, all the big products straight over to GMO. And then in Europe, it was illegal. And so for the longest time, at least, maybe now, I'm sure they're slipping through the cracks all the time. But up until recently, for sure, it was illegal to have any GMO crops. So I think you notice it when you just have quality of the food in some places. Just even if it's commercially grown, it seems like it has a little bit more nutrient dense properties, and it's really noticeable when you're eating at places that aren't even like super duper expensive or just regular standard places, and it seems like the quality of the what do you think there, MTI?
No, I agree totally. Yeah,
as a country mouse that's kind of on his big tour.
But it's funny, like all the countries I visit all kind of speak Spanish, so I just kind of feel like the rest. See, that's why it's going to throw me for a loop when we go to Amsterdam because I won't have any clue at
Nothing.
all. Like here, I have a little bit of clue. I can kind of read the menus. I can kind of get along with street signs and whatever. And
everyone thinks you're Spanish because we've already had that lady yesterday which thought you were speaking Spanish to her when you weren't.
Yeah. I don't know
just
how that
because
was.
of how you look.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nope.
She did say that. But you did not speak Spanish to me earlier?
Oh, tell us about your margarita thing. Was that yesterday?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Tell us about your
Well, they had a margarita on the menu, on the drink menu, and they had one on the food menu.
We were at an Italian restaurant, by the way.
Italiano. Because, Italian food and Espanol, it's top notch.
It was good.
And they brought out a pizza. And they all laughed and ate the pizza.
Yeah, so now he is the most famous guy at
Luigi's
pizza spot around the corner.
Yeah, just on that corner right over there.
Because he's the silly guy who ordered a margarita, and she came out with a pizza, and we all looked at her like, huh? And he was all, what? It was a special moment, I have to say. But no, overall, the food, like I said, has been super excellent, which is nice. Like Amsterdam again, those two things you thought you were. That's another thing you're gonna big contrast. You're gonna be like, well, luckily we're not there long enough to really realize how bad the selection of things are there. But when it comes to who guys?
They don't want to come.
Oh
Terry, I think
Yeah.
Terry coming.
Terry's going to come.
Terry is Terry.
Other bloke, not so much, and I get it.
Yeah, it's okay.
He's a little busy, I guess. So we'll let him off.
Yeah,
But
well,
Terry should come on.
Terrence.
thank you, sir, for trying to put together, wrangle up some talent around here.
I've tried.
So we had an overload, and now everyone's off and about doing other things. We still got a full shop in there, but unless we want to pull random people in that have nothing to do with anything, it should be kind of weird.
Yeah.
We could. I mean,
Yeah.
We have Brenda in there.
It's 1
The
o'clock.
DJ.
We've been around for an hour.
she's DJing now.
She's DJing.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
there you
we can
go.
get her when she's done, maybe.
Okay, well, we'll talk to Brenda, the DJ, hopefully after. That is all these guys wanted to talk to anyway.
Nah.
Good girls.
No.
There's a lot of good girls.
Actually, Josh, I think, was going to put in work there.
A lot of good girls working here at Treasurer. That's one thing.
It's killer service, though, out
I
here.
have to say, like, team here rocks. Girls are on point. Everybody, every time we've been here, they've been.
We never went thirsty.
Water's cold.
Coffee's
Sparkling water's
constantly-
sparkling.
Constant coffee.
Beer's cold.
The coffee's good.
Cold brew.
This is no bull water.
And
That high
Icelandic water.
pH.
And Icelandic water.
8.5.
Now Terry.
Gracias.
See,
And now they're
he's
news.
terrified, and Petey's like,
Terry
Terrified.
Terry was gonna have a Schmiegel drink, and then he was gonna, and then he said he might come on. So I told him hurry up.
a Schmiegel drink.
Yeah,
Elaborate.
it's a drink filled with Schmiegels, and you drink it, and
Wow.
then you come on.
Sounds very Spanish.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
Espanol.
I think it's Schmiegel.
F
You have to go with
Authentico.
Schmiegel.
Schmiegel.
There you go.
Schmiegel.
Much better.
With a lisp.
So,
Yeah, too.
besides Terrence and Petey, we did have, like I said, we had a full
We had
house.
Pete and Repeat. And
He-
they both stood us up. Well, Pete showed up yesterday.
He said he was going to have a whole line of talent for us too, wasn't he? Was that part of the deal?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And then we had to set up.
That we had to set up.
Uh-huh.
We had to have a show.
Yeah.
She was very mad.
They might have gone to Tresnor.
I had to text you a couple times to make sure that we were doing a show tonight.
That's okay. That's okay. We're doing it for now. We're just doing it for the fuck of it.
Mm-hmm.
So we are doing a show tonight.
We're live right now.
Live.
You didn't know that?
I thought this was the sound check.
This is the longest sound check ever, bro.
It's like, Mark, do you not hear me yet? Like, can you hear me? Am I coming through?
Well, I
clear?
would understand, as we have not actually even touched a single subject besides
Spannabis. We touched Spannabis.
Yeah, we talked about
Spannabis
it.
filming. What's coming out?
We got some good interviews coming up.
We do.
Yep.
Oh yeah, once Josh gets a hold, oh my god, epic.
Yeah.
we have a whole movie.
He said he has about 80 hours of editing.
80 hours of editing. This may never come out.
Yeah.
He'll have it done by Tuesday.
Sundance next year.
This is the reason why we love live and we don't like to do taped shows, because pretty much none of us ever have ability to follow through and get the thing out in a timely manner. So the fact that you're getting live right now,
Right.
is awesome, because I know it's really happening. We're not wasting any a breath right now. But the edited stuff, we're half promising, right, that it's going to come out.
I mean,
There's a 50-50
if you
chance.
judge the
I'm pretty
future, if
confident
you judge
it's
the
gonna
future
come out.
off of the past,
It's good. I'm confident you'll receive
There's a
something.
50-50 chance
We'll get something.
that it's going to even get out into the world. So all these incredible stories.
It's
and
nothing.
interviews-
A couple Instagram posts or something.
No.
I'm just messing with you. No.
But it is true. It's very. I think it's one of the most challenging things to, listen to myself more than 5 seconds. I don't know how anybody does it out there, but but no, actually editing anything of your own is like, whether it's music or anything, is like, it's mind blowing how it changes after the 10th time you've done it or something like that. Because especially when you have to fix something, like, usually if it flows really easy and you got it, that's great, of course. But for the most part, if there's ever like a thing where you chop it off a little too early or too whatever, and trying to just trim it, I mean, you go too far, it drives me nuts. I have to, like, compared to now what it was 10 years ago, though, because I would always have to have another friend help me do whatever, because it was way beyond anybody's capacity. Like, I used to go to do video editing stuff at my friend's studio in Amsterdam, and he had a Avid system, which was like a whole room.
Okay.
And I remember going in and being like, same like we were talking about earlier about the size of the memory and stuff.
Right.
It was like we sat in one room and there was a glass wall and you could see all this stuff over there, and I was like, "What's that?" And, oh, that's Avid. And it's like, ooh, yeah, that's the whole company right there. It's like that, that super expensive computer thing that was crunching all this stuff. And if I think about what it was doing, it was like I could do it in my phone, no problem now.
Right now, yeah.
Like 5 times better and faster, because it would take all day and you'd be sitting in there and it would come out. And we made this like one animated thing.
Yeah.
And it was like weed growing into the letters that said Trichome Challenge, right?
Yeah.
And it had it so that was like a week-long process that cost so much money, but we didn't have to pay for it because the guy was letting us do it for free, but it would have cost $20,000, you know what I mean, or something dumb. And it was just because of all the power it took.
That's insanity.
Just that one show, and just to make fire on it cost millions of dollars.
So to do whatever we're doing right now, $1 million. Yeah. This is $1 million production right now. Whatever's happening, I don't even know what's happening right now. What is happening behind this? Something
Yeah,
good?
who's the back
Oh.
looking behind this?
Turp Tower.
Turp.
Just,
Tower.
we're looking out.
Oh, right there. That's where the alarms went off.
Yeah, we took that smoke detector out.
That's the hot tub up there. Looks like the swimming pool.
We're actually looking off of the Turp Tower
Looks like
There's a
over
boat.
there,
at that statue.
and now the weather's
We
looking
don't know
like
who that
this.
is.
Can you do the weather? Can we do Barcelona? Oh, can we do Amsterdam weather? Can you
Lovely.
pull it up
It's
on
about
YouTube?
40 degrees
We can
centigrade.
show where we're going from and to.
Right?
Yeah.
First trip to Amsterdam for me. I'm very excited.
Oh, look how excited!
Uh,
Not you.
No, sir.
Oh, see,
I guess
We have two
Mark,
out
your-
of
your
we have
first
we have 50% of our crew is virgins, and the other 50% are seasoned veterans. One guy's even Dutch. Josh is even Dutch.
6 degrees
Now I-
Celsius in Amsterdam right now.
6 degrees.
Windy and
So
rainy.
that means
Huh?
Windy and rainy.
Windy and rainy.
Damn.
You can't pull it up on the back so we can show
I
it.
have it up right now.
Oh, it is up? Oh, shit. Rainy.
Google weather right now.
Rainy and
Yeah.
blowing this way. Which way is it going? That way? Westerlies, right? Westerlies pushing down. Is that right?
west.
Here.
Well, I'm going west. Yeah, westerlies
I can't
coming in from the west. Yeah. Was any of that making any sense?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
You're fine.
You're getting rained on right now.
Oh.
I had you guys small.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now we're here.
Giants.
The grande.
Push with a westerly push. Or
Right.
easterly push from the westerly winds. How's that?
There we go.
That's gonna have to be part of the show from now
The weather.
on. Weather.
Yes, weather.
Weather.
With Kyle.
Oh yeah, we haven't done news. Can we do that again? Start doing that again. This,
yeah.
I have people who actually
I know.
complain that
People
we
love
don't
that
do
thing.
news.
Really?
Well, James was one of them.
They like that. They like
James-
the BBC report.
James was like, you guys used to do the news. I was like, yeah, we did. That was when the kid
Yeah.
was here because the kid's from Philly.
And always sunny in
And
Philadelphia.
Sunny, yeah, anything from Sunny has
Philly
to be.
sucks though.
Yeah, but
Just saying.
it's pretty much like controlled his entire production skills. It's like had to be based around somehow.
They could have done Fresh Prince. It's that's Philadelphia based. So,
No, and I understand it was good. It was a good cut.
it was
Made
good.
sense. People thought it was
Maybe I'll
him.
start looking
Everybody
at
thought
these
it was
again.
him because of
It
the
did
guys.
sound like him.
Right. I mean, it sounded just like him. So everyone
Yeah.
assumed it was the kid, not knowing that it was.
Dude, night crawlers. Dayman. Yeah. More always sunny.
No.
No.
If only the kid was here, he'd know that. He's like, oh man, that
He
episode
probably just smacked
was
himself in
the
the head.
best.
Yeah, he's probably saying,
No,
"You
we-
guys fucking suck."
We'd be on the tangent, of course, as we are.
Yeah.
Thanks, kid. Thanks, kid. But what are we gonna do?
Let's.
Let's smoke something. What do we got? What okay,
got
so,
all
these,
kinds of stuff.
so our choices, since we don't know what the winners are, let's just go through our top three. And
And we smoked the winners.
yeah, let's just smoke the winners. Our winners. I mean, not the winners, but
So
let's go through our winners.
this was our winner for solvent oil.
Here, let me pull you up here. The camera in front of you.
Which one? Oh, shit.
Yeah, the one you're pointing at.
Yeah.
And this was solvent oil number 4. I mean, this was pretty delicious, and we were doing our testing here blind to what they had done up there. We did 14 joint testing at 4 o'clock this morning with those folks at the
You can
Turf
see that
Tower.
live. You can see that live.
That's
Or dead. Not really live.
no, we didn't record that.
No, we didn't record that. We
That was after we
Oh,
went
you
off.
can't see that.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
smoked
'cause I was
all
packing
those
up.
joints
Oh, it was
with
so exciting.
all those ladies.
Totally missing out.
You missed it.
You missed out on all those joints.
Again, the first time at
That was pretty
any
insane.
cannabis room, event room that I can remember being outnumbered by women, and it's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
It's nice
It's
to see
rare.
women
It's rare.
interested
Not
and
being
invested and passionate. It's going to be a nice thing to see everybody working together, and I'm looking forward to it.
Forward to it.
Forward to it.
Look forward to it.
Forward to it.
Forward to it.
One of those two.
But yeah, no, it was a good show and good people have been on. And also want to thank Turp Tower and Noel and Nectar and all those guys for letting us do our show there yesterday, and
That
also
was another
putting on the
episode
event.
for
Which,
this
if you didn't hear the other show, you missed out on all their escapades. As
Fire
complete
alarms,
Adam Dunn.
landlords.
I'm amazed we weren't there because that's pretty much our style.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Fire alarms went off, and
Authority figures showed up.
people had to be paid, and things had to get handled. And the
Elevators were
owner wasn't very
broken.
happy, but he was cool about it in the end because he actually he was drinking at the whiskey bar, so he couldn't. He
Couldn't drive
crawl.
down
He had to drag himself away from the whiskey bar to go deal with that. But in general, yeah, they dealt with it like champs, and now they're having their award ceremony. So I'm kind of hoping to get some results to give to you. But either way, thanks a lot for having us there as judges. It was memorable. What's that?
Oh, Trez.
Treasure. That is made by a sign maker, I believe. That looks like a
Perfecto.
sign maker. Perfectly there.
Oh, it looks like a sign maker made it.
You know, whoever cut the wood though looks like they might have cut the wood crooked.
Is the wood crooked?
saying.
No,
I think
it should not be.
I might only have one shoe on.
Yes, are we getting some work from the side here? Director,
I don't think that's gonna happen.
what's going on, Director?
What's going on with?
Oh, you're on the show live.
Here we got. You don't have to
Got
be
a
on
voice
camera.
distorter.
Yeah,
Here,
you wanna
how
go on
about
the back?
that? You don't have to be on camera. You can just talk.
You only have to
This
get
is
on
the voice
camera,
of
man.
God. I need the voice of God right now. Voice of God, please. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Just do a
Just
commercial
put on a
real
funny
quick.
accent and no one will know.
Yeah.
G'day, Adam. Thanks for coming through to Barcelona
Oh,
today. It's been a pleasure having
This
you.
way, no one will know it's you.
Tresor.
don't get too close. You'll catch
Yeah,
on
right
fire
there.
by the lights. There.
Okay.
Right.
Just keep talking with that accent, and no one will
Absolute
know it's
pleasure.
you.
You can see what's going on in Barcelona. It's getting bigger
Yeah,
than when was it last time you were here?
7 years ago.
7 years ago
Yeah, in Barcelona.
in
yes.
Barcelona. Okay, was it at Spannabis?
It was, I believe.
What do you think about what you saw at Spannabis this year? What's
You know,
your,
I'm glad I came. I think it's gonna change a little bit next year with
I really hope so.
High Times taking over, and there's going to be a little more international sort of side to it. I think, even though it already is a big international show, of course, but there'll be more. I think there'll be more people coming over, realizing that it's as serious over here as it
Well,
is
I
in
think-
America, but it's just like still has that old school vibe, which I really love. You know.
You say old school vibe. I'm still seeing the same vendors in Spannabis that were there in 2004 and 5 when we had a booth together.
Yeah.
Sure, if you remember, there were so many things. I mean, part of the reason Spannabis remains the same and everything remains the same here is I don't really like change. I want to see it. So if we see High Times come, thank God there's going to be a change in Barcelona. They bring a nice touch, which is positive
Well,
change.
I think the other thing though is you were there at the very first one with us, and that was like crazy because it was in a stadium outside of town, like up on the hill. And
Oh, it was just up in Montjuic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Up at the Palau St. Jordi.
yeah, and it was
Fantastic location.
and definitely has evolved. You know what I mean? As far as it's definitely turned into something major, and yeah, I think it's between that and the Emerald Cup, it seems like in our opinion, the two things to be at and get a good idea what's happening.
What would you like to see here? In terms of
I mean,
change.
change. The thing about the events, I do have a thing about the way they have a weird anticlimactic thing of the way they do their entries and their cut part. Like it feels like they should have that be more of a thing like the Emerald Cup does. Emerald Cup really lets you see the bud and see what's going on, and like really they kind of celebrate the entries.
People come and can see the weed there.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
display really well.
They have it displayed really well, so you
over-
can see every entry, and that way it gives you a little more exposure. And I just think like the way they announce it on the day before it's over, instead of like kind of building up some sort of tension and kind of create more of like a thing around the actual products.
Well,
that are entered.
exactly. It's a product that's being judged. It's almost like a really quick move to judge something, get somebody up there to take first, second, third. All the categories get covered. It's too
Yes.
quick. It doesn't really have too much substance. It's my opinion. It doesn't really matter. is
Yeah,
what
I think
about it,
that's usually the problem with a lot of events that are not like focused as much on the cannabis. Like I mean, the Cannabis Cup was always good at that in the sense that they really, at the end of the day, took photos of all the weed, at least showed you kind of what it was,
Yeah.
kind of put a little energy into it. Maybe not always the most organized, and maybe not always represented the best, but there was a little more of an attempt. Whereas I feel like no one knew what was going on yesterday. I asked everybody, "What's going on?" Oh,
No one at all.
No, nobody knew where, when, what was happening. It didn't really announce it properly. Like it didn't become like a thing, like even focus. But besides that, though, I think it's a pretty good event. It doesn't change much, obviously, because booths that I remember from 10 years ago were in the same spot. You know what I mean? So people really planted their flag and are like, I'm in the same spot for the next X amount of years and things.
Well, that brings us back to what I was saying. It's a good thing if the companies staying there for 10 years are innovators. But if we're going to see products that are sort of useless at this time, what they do is take up space from the innovators. Right? That's how we're going to get to see these new products that are coming from, let's say, the States, a really rapidly advancing country when it comes to cannabis-based equipment.
Well, there wasn't much in the extract world there. I mean, there was only like one or two rotovap, like from across international.
Was that from Hayvate?
Across international, I think, Adam, or something like that. And there was maybe one other company that I saw, and a few other bits and bobs, but it wasn't like
Didn't see the big equipment that we have at our place. I mean,
didn't see as much of the advancements, and I didn't feel like they were like pushing that envelope very much. It's also different styles, and there's different focuses right now. Concentrates are a big deal in America, but that's also because it's legal now, so you can legally have a $500,000 machine or $1 million machine,
and also you can process. These various products, you need an abundance of material.
Yeah.
It's going to be hands, especially when it's legal.
All of that.
Here, sort of, if you're not, if you're not an association, you're running a risk of really breaking the law, especially when it comes to, having anything like 10 keys is pretty much jail here.
Right.
Well, around, but it's a big crime. If it's like 995, it's not so bad, but the number, it's really weird. Their laws, they've got some laws here that are not so good, especially if you're an extractor and you need that.
Yeah, 9 pounds to an extractor is not a lot of weed. You know what I mean? That's very, very.
But the good thing that's happening here is watching what's going on, California, Colorado, seeing, such a change in what's happening with all the extractions, all these concentrates. It's fantastic.
Well, it's good to see
not
that.
Everybody's making diamonds and source out here, but everybody's pretty intrigued about it. Like, what is it? How, when it comes to making, I only know a couple of guys that are pretty efficient at it.
Yeah, you'll see. Like, obviously, there's going to always be places with just happen to be at the right place, right time, and cracking the code and coming out with something new. But like, it's been interesting to watch the states' different styles. Like Colorado was really on, like, I'd say Colorado was like the Shatter Kings, you know what I mean, for a little while. Like, they were the ones who cracked that code and got fucking Shatter to be commercially available, as far as like people like, that was where, like, especially like in 2009 and 8, between 2009 and 2012, let's say, those years was like, that was the thing that was dominant in the industry. Colorado nailed it. And Cali always seemed to have like more sappy, soupy, weird shit that didn't seem like it. And I think a lot of people in Colorado were like, "Oh, they're miles behind. We're so much more advanced." You know what I mean? But then the reality was, now nobody smokes Shatter anymore because everybody wants terpy shit. You know what I mean? So like,
but nobody's hitting like red hot nails either. It's all this low temp dabs like this.
Yeah. So people evolve quickly, and as a group too. It's not like. Occasionally there's like a major step where you're like, oh shit, that's way more efficient than what we were doing. And like, if you think about the domes that we had, and the fact that we had a dome and a nail, and we had to like have a hot dome and fucking around with it and get it on there and burn ourselves, and stupid shit that we then later, when you don't have it, you're like, can't believe I even did that. Like, it was a waste of time that was. But it's just because we weren't seeing the bigger. Like, we were like, oh, okay. Oh, you don't even need that anymore. Fuck that. Why would you do that if you don't need that? And we simplified it quicker and quicker and quicker. And now, like, again, like, we're all fucking smoking Chinese crap because it's convenient. And it used to be like taboo and we wouldn't do it. And now we're like, convenient though. Whatever's convenient. So the changes in Europe and the changes in the States, because they're happening at the same time, somebody's always going to be a little bit first here and a little bit first there. And so I think these shows are good because they bring together all different minds. So now people are going to go back home and go, I saw this thing in Spain. It was pretty good, and they'll
Something going on
and
here.
a little innovation. And that's what I was saying earlier. I think it's fun to go to grow rooms and see people's innovations because there's a lot of times solutions that are like, oh, of course, especially when you're in agricultural areas and people are like, why would you do that when you can do this? And then you're like, oh, man, fuck.
Thanks.
Never thought of that, Even if it's just something simple like for counting seeds and putting in trays, and you go to a real ag place and the guy's got little vacuums and sucking plants, 200 at a time, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, well, the canner industry seems to try and reinvent the wheel in certain areas.
Yeah,
because of the, it's understanding, isn't it, on certain things. If it's the first time you've ever handled seeds, you've got to separate them.
Of course. Well, see, I mean,
how do you know?
And nowadays, people start to see the value in it where they used to not understand it, but all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, there's 200. You don't have to put your hood on here. You can take your hood off. You're not on the video actually. So, there's nowhere.
Fantastic. Why not acting like that?
There you go, man. Phew, you almost hyperventilated. We almost lost Petey to heat exhaustion, and they're all this way though, Pete. Don't worry. No cameras on you right now. You're fine. You're safe. You're just. I told you, you're the voice of God right now. You're just
look at that. There's a big
booming
sign behind you. London Police logo.
Booming right
I
now.
hope you know what that logo's about.
Tell us. Tell
what Dressor is about.
talking to the mic, my friend.
Okay.
Oh my God!
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
3,000 times better. Now you're
We tried to explain what treasure
Well,
is about.
first
Fill us
the
in.
logo was created by the London Police.
Yes.
I gave them
Good friends.
First they came back to me with a few ideas. Chaz was pretty responsive on sort of what I needed. He's like, okay, we're going to try getting something that's going to fit on grinders, or he's trying to make a logo that would fit everywhere, which is exactly what I didn't want. That logo doesn't fit on anything round for it's so long. But if you look at it, all these different faces you see there, all these faces there.
Get it? There you go.
Doesn't matter the shape. It's all one color here. In the way we connect. On a few things that we've got going. Art.
Oh no, we're all one color. What color are they?
It's all one color.
It's white. Oh no!
I did
Don't say
I
that.
did a limited edition release. You can see up there if we can get the camera up. We don't want the camera up.
All the colors of the rainbow. Pull one out, Cece.
It's all rainbow colors.
It's the United Colors of Peteton around
You
here.
see wind like that in the sky.
Huh? It looks weird? No. Well, we love London Police. And actually, we had them as a background on my show for a while, too. Because we did the show out of my garage. In the Garage series.
Weren't they on for the
2017.
Denver Smash, yeah?
Huh?
Weren't they on for the couple years ago?
Yo.
Graffiti in Denver. Denver Crush.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we were lucky enough to have them come through for the Denver Crush.
What was this?
Last 2 years. They come every September now to Denver and throw down some pieces. So
Yeah.
those London Police guys are everywhere.
They were over not so long ago.
Yeah. So no, we have mentioned your awesome selection of artists here.
It really is like after being open for a year, and every month we put one party for every artist that's about to come and paint. So it gives every piece a little bit of impact. Eventually, they're going to go. We're going to make a volume of books. So the club right now, once it's complete, it would have one volume, then we start on the next round. So let's just say probably about 15 months from now, everything will change here that you see, which allows the next round to come through. It's all the same. Wherever you see a piece, like for instance, if you're in the main room down there on the bottom of the basement, you see the gallows piece, a lot of colour. Same as in the back. There's some areas there's no colour. It suits that area, So,
Super sad.
What, no colour?
No color. Yeah, no, it's good, and you also have a lot more rooms coming. at some point,
Exactly. I'm about to open up the back section here, which really, this is going to be used for larger events where we can play music, at a really high level.
Awesome.
We're not disturbing anybody out there. We have 2 floors of space. Upstairs will be a vape lounge, chill zone, little glass blowing studio.
Yeah.
So
It's
it's nice to be able to accommodate a little bit more than what's just out there.
Yeah, and that's as you know, over the years, I've always had the kind of eclectic, weird spaces that kind of evolved over time naturally, just because we kept running out of space and creating more space. Either whether it be cutting a hole in the wall and finding 2 extra feet behind it or something, and being like, hey, what we can do here, and then figuring out later, like, yeah, that's the reason why I don't
How's
do that.
the basement in the shop in Amsterdam? Did you do any work down there?
Oh, come on, my friend. Like I said, we punched everywhere we could out to
Just to get
create
an
more
extra
space. Yeah, they had like kind of walls within walls there, and when I realized there's a couple feet behind every wall, I was like, oh, well, yeah, we're definitely doing that. So
it's
yeah,
probably all wet, just like what's that? 6 meters.
everything you have to deal with here, we dealt with there on multiple levels, because of the fact that you're under sea level, the road's always shifting, it's sand, and you have old plumbing, and we would have pretty much every 6 months we would have a major catastrophe, which was like, get down here, there's 2 feet of water at the bottom, in the basement, and so
everything's got to go.
We had that a few times. So anyway, we've been through all that. Owning any business like that in these old buildings is a nightmare. And then on top of that, dealing with cannabis rules and all that. So we know we're very gracious. We said you've been a great host, and this has been a great place, because it's one of those things where having a safe place is important. Any city that you're in,
yes,
or any place that you're in, really.
It's nice and solid out here. Mm-hmm. Nothing's gonna fall over.
Except for the owner, except for Petey. Nobody.
All right, well, I'm going to go now. I'm
No.
going to start taking some tax right now.
Oh, tax? You're doing taxes now?
I'm not just throwing in a tax.
Oh, attack! Oh,
gotta watch the feelings.
Petey, don't get it. Don't feel attacked. You should have seen Yair last night. Yair was so scared.
I've never seen I've never been blocked on WhatsApp by so many men. You just talk to them like a little bit heavy, say they block you.
Petey,
fantastic.
What's going on there? Is this
secret note?
Secret notes.
Yes.
What you have?
Let's get back to my ladies, gentlemen.
No.
You just told me I got it.
No way.
Fantastic talking with you guys.
No way.
My ladies, send terrible Tarian.
I'm a boss.
Send Tarian.
Yeah. Here, take the mic off so they can talk. Let them go talk real quick, and Petey's gonna come right back.
Tell Terry we need to come and talk about some old stories and get him all wound up. Okay. Oh,
He's about to regulate.
Here we go. The other side of Petey.
Yeah,
you can try. I mean, we can try to get him over here, of course.
Proper
Let's try.
good.
Proper good.
Well, I'm glad we got him on the mic at least.
A little bit.
Good.
Petey's hard to get nailed down.
Yeah, for sure.
Squirrely.
Ah,
He's more like a lizard, though. He's more like the Geico lizard, right?
absolutely.
See, most people don't know this, but Petey,
He just wants to save me money on my car insurance.
he would like to save you. Yeah, exactly. Every year, 100% of your car insurance every year.
Fantastic.
If you listen to Petey's voice and you see Petey at the same time, and you would understand when I say Petey is the Geico lizard.
It's
spitting image, and once you get it in your head, you can't get it out. So, and I've used that on Petey for years, and he hates it. So, I have to.
But you showed him the advert.
Of course, when he came down, he was in America in 2012, and there's no way you can sit in front of a television and not see the Geico lizard, especially in the States, anywhere. It's like, oh my God. It's the most advertised thing ever. Anyway, Geico Lizard live, Adam Dunn Show. That alone,
10% or more.
That alone will save
deal.
you more money in car insurance. Just listening to that. We should be getting paid right now. This would be our ultimate cash out right now, because they must pay some real money, right? compared to
yeah.
not that our sponsors don't pay real money. Our sponsors pay real money.
They hook it up.
They take care of us, make things work.
Absolutely.
Computers. I don't know if anybody who actually listens to the show more often than not. See, if you only listen to this right now, that you've never listened to the show before, you don't even know why you wouldn't be listening. Why anybody would listen to the show? You'd be like, they haven't done nothing. Just talking shit, right?
Shooting the shit.
Hella shooting the shit. But anyway, you would know that besides being on the road and cruising around and doing late night shows like we're doing right now, we strive to bring you the best.
That's right.
In cannabis knowledge. We literally just try to make it real and keep it real and get you to hopefully something out of every show that helps you in your quest to grow better cannabis and consume wisely, or all the above. So, we narrowed it down to 3 things. We talked about the the solvent list number 4. Did we ever figure out what the other ones were that we wanted?
Yeah. I got them. I want to say it was
R01. Yes.
SO4. And then
You had it on your phone.
SL. Yeah, I'll go grab my phone, but it's in the other room.
So let's try that.
And then I'll go check on Terry.
Check on Terry, see if we can get his ass in here to continue our incredible stories of whateverness live on the Adam Dunn Show.
Short of begging, I did everything I could.
Oh my gosh! Look at that.
Wow.
Girl walks in the room and everything.
My nuts
falls.
wanted to talk all of a sudden.
Everything falls. Well, see, finally, the show's back on track the way it was last night.
Yeah, it was.
Hello, Brenda.
Hello.
Welcome, Brenda.
Brenda
how's the DJ set?
Wow, what kind of surprise. I am scared in one moment because, what happened? I am playing, I was smoke a lot. And babs and everything these days, with the Spannabis. And the closing on Sunday with all the DJs in the club in Trezor was super crazy and amazing. Like, I don't know, all the weekend, from Friday, Saturday, and to tonight on Sunday.
Yeah.
I was working.
Yeah, no, it's been good. You guys have done really well keeping everything rolling here, which is
Absolutely
a job in itself, especially when you have Terry in the way at all times, right? So
impeding.
he's literally like, it's hard. But so you've been here
No,
since.
but for us, for me, it's amazing. I'm from Colombia, but I lived in
tell us.
Barcelona a few 6 years, and in Colombia we don't have the same culture with cannabis, but it's crazy. We have a lot of cannabis in different ways, but for our country, but
Which part of Colombia? Which part of Colombia are you from?
Bogota.
In Bogota, right?
Mhm.
I mean, it's kind of there, but it's barely. It's like it's. I was surprised that they've had a 6-plant.
Wow, in
rule
the
for a long
last
time.
year or in the last 2 years,
Mhm.
there is we have or had a lot changes about the industry with cannabis, because now is legal. No, is working the industry, with the oil, with the medicine, and it's legal. Is sometimes with the it's weird talk about what is legal or not. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because right now, Colombia is so hot in the industry because everybody thinks, it's cheaper land, it's cheaper labor, it's perfect conditions, but it's actually the areas
It's
that
a different grow, different way for.
much different. And the thing is, it's also it's the places that are the best already have a pretty established growing going on already there. So now when you bring in large scale legal grows, it threatens the local economy. So it's almost like it's better to go to places that don't necessarily have strong culture already because it usually turns into a. Same with California, has a culture, and we make it legal, and then it kind of ruins the original culture instead of making it better, Whereas other places that don't have the culture, it's
but I am
always
so
better.
happy for the progress and the process in Colombia, and really, yes, I wanna work now to the industry. I don't know. No, I was thinking making a lipstick from with extractions, but really old, yeah. So,
Terp sticks, like
I don't know.
terps.
Only with the ideas, some ideas from in the club these days with the.
Well, you get to meet a lot of new people here.
Meeting a lot of persons from Canada.
Well, you get exposure here with people that are very open about cannabis, obviously. So I think if they see something, it's a great testing ground. You can actually come out with small batch and see what response you get.
You have an audience to try on whenever you're ready.
Yeah. It was always interesting in Amsterdam because things you could never imagine because back in America you weren't allowed to do it. And in Amsterdam, you could try it, and the best response we ever got was from the foreigners, never from the locals. That was our problem.
Yeah, and I am not sure if in Colombia we need clubs or the same culture like here. I love it. Live here in Barcelona can live or can live in everything what I'm
It's okay, that's fine.
But it's happened now about the industry, so because I am from Colombia, so it's really important and good.
And then did you ever, is this the first club that you worked at? First club?
Yes.
Yeah. So do you ever check out any of the other ones or kind of see what the styles?
I was playing in and working with other clubs around Barcelona. And
DJing.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's a good way to see it.
How long have you DJ'd for?
A few 6 years in Barcelona 3.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
And really when I was playing around in the different clubs in Barcelona, now it's interesting to see the what happened around the in these clubs with the DJs, with the music, with the culture. So a lot of artists are unit here. It's nothing about the cannabis in front of us.
It's good when it's good when people learn on their trips a little bit. You know what I mean? Like come play someplace. Like we used to have a lot of parties in Amsterdam, and we would have DJs.
I can't imagine.
We tried to bring in DJs that were really into weed because we thought, oh, of course they love Amsterdam. But sometimes the DJs you thought, like DJ Hype, we had, and the first thing you think is Ganja Crew. Oh, he's gonna love weed, and he lands and says, don't smoke weed. And you're like, what? Don't smoke weed. Like crushes our original concept of what they're about. But nowadays it's like it's less taboo and it's more.
It's the same taboo like in Colombia. You smoke a joint on the street, and it's super hard because the people see you like a junkie or like I don't. It's and you have a rasta, dreadlocks, and no sé, it's a lot taboos around the music and the style, the different styles. And of course in Colombia for the Catholic and Christian
right
culture
that always throws a damper and everything.
We've always had the association with gangster rap or electronic
for
music
my family
as well.
and for I don't know a lot of families around my friends, the mothers and the fathers now think different,
Yeah, that's good.
Uh,
They start to change.
and in Colombia, is different. Bogota, Medellin, Santa Marta. The cannabis culture is different in the
Sure. The
in
different
the
regions.
yeah. In the
Well, I think
country.
also, I mean, they obviously have more narco history, and that kind of makes everybody scared that it's.
Digamos, when you when you are in when you go around the city, the street in Medellin, all the people smoke and you smoke. You smell marijuana like in Barcelona and
Yeah.
sometimes, and the people is super open.
Right.
In Bogota, is super close. From Bogota, I love Medellin, I love Bogota. And
Yeah.
in Santa Marta is super nice because Santa Marta have the best weather. Yeah, it's the beach and it's summer always because Colombia don't have a station, so there is the beach and have these mango beaches, seeds and super popular and special seeds.
Santa Marta
The
Gold
country
and
know
the
and
Santa Marta
smoke.
Gold and things. So,
Santa Marta is
Yeah.
super nice.
Sure, and that's
yeah.
always been a famous region.
Medellin as well.
Yeah, and like again,
But
I was there in Bogota area, and it was like you said, it was very. You definitely don't feel like you're in.
But
People are very open about
I
it.
was in Bogota in the last year. I am a few 3 years. So I was smoking. Wow, no, I miss a lot the herb or smoke in Barcelona because no sé, yeah, the THC is different and yeah,
Much more potent.
tastes amazing, but no, I am not high. And my friends, oh, it's amazing and it's so pure, it's super big. Yeah, but we was smoking 10 joints and I don't know. But sometimes it's a problem here because it's super hard. We have a lot of stuff, and but it's amazing.
It's a learning curve, yeah, for sure. No, it's amazing how much better the weed in Barcelona is now than it was, 10 years ago.
Is crazy or is weird? No, it's legal, and now it's happening all about the clubs or this.
Yeah,
or Spannabis is the super huge festival and popular festival and no, it's legal. But I don't know.
There was there was a thing.
The point is
there was a show in Medellin
recently.
Did you hear about that?
Huh?
There was a show smaller, only maybe 50 booths, but it was in Medellin like 2 months ago. Did you hear about it? There was a cannabis show there. No. Because it is actually cracking.
I know. Can I leave you in Medellin?
It might have been. It was only like 50 booths, but it was still quite a few people I know went there because again, like everybody, it's very romantic in their heads to go to Colombia because of the original cannabis that was coming out of there from the 70s. And there's a lot of genetics from Colombia still. Like
sometimes is. I remember I tried to find natural seeds and no smoke, super chemic, or I don't know. You go to the association or the club and they have a super good stuff. Sometimes super expensive or normal. Now it's a little expensive, so it's good to learn into growing.
Yeah, of course.
And
It's the best for. I think you're lucky because you get to meet growers here and see. Even in the few days we were here, I could tell obviously who's a grower because they have a big jar of weed and they're checking it out. And sometimes you can really find some amazing people because everybody's a little different too. So it's nice because you're not. If you only grow from one garden, they tend to sort of taste the same sometimes, but. What's your favorite cannabis here, like from Barcelona over the whole time you're here? Is there something special?
Barcelona, in the last times I was smoking a lot Gorilla Glue.
Yeah.
Gorilla Glue was super cool, and Amnesia, always amnesia.
Yeah, we're about to go to Amsterdam. We're about to go to Amsterdam, and
Well, yeah.
these guys don't even know Amnesia because it never really got popular in America.
Yeah.
But it's so popular in Amsterdam, and it's so popular here.
Venice and everything. Yeah.
It becomes our.
It seems to be
flow.
the club.
It's like
everybody seems, I guess, have this in their club, and that's the cheapest one around. Yeah, it's the Amnesia.
Well, it can be. I mean, it is good weed, I have to say, but it's flavored like it's kind of like the Jack, how it dominates everything. So once you start to go, it's like 5 kinds of amnesia, you know. There. You like to smoke cannabis, or you like to smoke hash, or you're kind of
cannabis?
Yeah, you're more of a cannabis person. What do you think about all the dabs and smoking like that? Do you ever do it, or?
For me, sometimes, como for the babs, it's good to test and flavor and the moment, but it's after, and then when you are sleeping, it's super hard. And then when you wake up, también es como, I don't know, I feel like high when I open my eyes.
That's been our problem lately too. But it's also because in Barcelona you go to bed so late.
But it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, especially the flavors.
Here, yeah, all the persons, and these days with the Spannabis, we shared a lot and a lot of flavors, and the roses, Skittles, and the dragon or diamond,
diamonds. Yeah.
Super nice.
Yeah, that's kind of the standard thing in Colorado these days. Everybody loves diamonds just for the power, but we like the sauce for the flavor. I think more, at least I do. I don't know. Not sure what the boys think.
It depends on
live batter guy.
Live batter. Oh, MTI. In case I like live batter and long walks on the beach.
Oh yeah, live batter and long walks on the beach.
So, for DJing, what kind of music? What's your favorite? What's your sort of main genre?
My favorite. I can't say what is my favorite.
Just genre style.
But I love techno.
You love techno. Yeah, we're so he's a DJ, as you probably know already. And
I love it's super beat word techno. So
yeah, I know. Is there a certain type?
I can say hip hop. I can say house, an evolution from old school techno, Chicago vibes,
nice.
Detroit.
Sweet, yeah, man. And that's for us, it's going to be a good rest of a trip, because now from here we go to Amsterdam and we just kind of go club and then back home again. So it's going to be interesting.
But I only just what I say is I am a little melomaniatic. All the days exploring new genres. So
yeah, you don't want to limit yourself. That's for sure. It's always good to be fluid, you know.
Yeah.
Never isolate yourself too much. Not like us. I mean, I'm a drum and bass person. We're like the most isolationists. We like drum and bass.
yeah. And when you say bass music is super big too. In the drum and bass, actually, jungle.
Sure. Then you can break it down even further, of course.
Neurofunk. I don't know. Yeah. It's cool.
Oh, you raised your hand.
I like all those words.
Exactly. And well, cool. It's good to get somebody.
Actually, have one vinyl now.
Yeah.
Playing alone.
Sweet. Well, we'll. You're gonna go back to DJing again, or
no? In 5 minutes.
Oh, okay, cool. It's getting crazy out there.
They're having way too much fun out there.
It's getting crazy, but cool. I'm glad you could come on the show and get somebody besides Petey who will not come on camera. So we have the voice of God, and Terry. We don't know if we can even understand him when he gets here. So,
Mr. Terrible.
Mr. Terrible. Mr. Terrible. Yes, exactly.
Mr. Terrible.
Yeah.
Now he's my new manager.
Is he? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I feel so sorry for you right now. Wait,
So he's waiting now more behind the turntables.
I'm just gonna stay here.
So yeah,
It's
so
not
not
going
only
on.
are the people being tortured because he's behind the turntables, but yeah, you're about to be working under him, which I can only imagine. It's okay. Just make sure you have stickers ready to cover up his stickers, and then you'll always win because that's his that's his goal in life.
Thank you. Everywhere.
Thank you. Again, I got here by myself without these guys on Tuesday, and you let me in, and you were so kind, and thank you so much. It was very nice. Like,
Welcome, guys,
And,
see you in.
And I'm sure you're going to hear about the Dunn deal a
Where
lot
in
while I'm
Amsterdam,
gone.
Yeah, the done deal keeps going.
You're going to hear about the Dunn deal for the next year, I'm sure. People are going to
Done
come
deal.
in.
Yeah,
You know they're probably friends.
Yeah, so you'll be hearing from
I'm
us.
gonna prepare one session special for us.
Okay.
Now.
Well, perfect.
We will be back.
Yeah, sounds
Yeah.
good. Thanks, Brenda, for coming through.
Thank you.
Sweet.
Thank you for everything.
Representing Colombia.
It was great to meet you.
Thank you. So what are we at now? Like an hour and a half or something like that? An hour and a half in?
It's almost 2.
45.
Yeah, see, there you go. So if we don't get anybody in, we're going to do a 2-hour show. If we do get somebody in, we'll go a little further. But for the most part, I think we're going to be
Packing up for Amsterdam.
Yeah, we're going to have to pack. We literally have to pack up, hit the road,
Hit the plane.
straight to the club. Actually, we're going to go eat some food, straight to the club, and then we'll be contacting everybody the next day with some absolute. Hopefully, it's not like The Hangover by the time, and we've lost Kyle, and everybody's off.
Tattoos on all our faces.
Tattoo. Everyone is tattooed. We got gang tattoos, and yeah, we forgot all about the rest of the night.
Remember, there's a reason they don't call.
I have a feeling this could be the results of this thing. Let's thank again the Spannabis crew for putting that all together, the Turk Tower crew for putting that together, Trezor for hosting us and having this perfect spot here to set up our studio, and again look better than even we do at home. Which when we get home, shit's about to get real.
Yeah, it's not the camera. It's not the internet here. It's the new cameras and computer bought by Illuminar.
It's Illuminar pulling it together and getting us the new computer for this road and sponsoring the show properly and making things happen. And it's obviously MTI and his talent of
our engineers are
top-notch engineers. Josh on lighting and video and making everything. Again, maybe that's why the video is so good.
So can we get a commitment now?
That's what it is.
When can we expect the edited footage?
Oh yeah, we already promised everybody that would happen before the end of next year.
Easter. Yeah,
before the end of next year.
Easter,
you have a year to do it.
Yeah.
Within the next year.
Yeah. See, that was exactly what I thought. That's exactly what I thought as an answer. So, yeah, we're giving it a 50-50 chance.
We'll get that to you.
That you'll ever see that
It's going
footage.
to be pretty cool footage.
But it'll be way cool. Yeah. Josh will have Joshified it.
It doesn't need to be a feature length,
No. It's going to be fast and furious. It's going to pull it all together. I feel
Boom.
Benny Hill production kind of going down is what I'm seeing. Benny Hill with a little drum and bass sort of background or something, right? Up tempo, Benny Hill, perfect.
I could hear it already. That's the kind of night we had. So
It's happening. It is. It's already there. Thank you to all the guests we had over the last few shows and the ones that didn't make it. Shiloh Massive did not take over the show, as warned
by choice.
I mean, we knew he wasn't going to make it.
No,
the challenge is still on. The challenge of taking over my show is still on. Anytime he wants to take over, he can go ahead and try.
Sure. I think he was the first one that sat down with you though when we got there. There wasn't he?
Where's that?
We
did a short interview, which we will present up so you guys can see that. So it's not like we didn't actually have any sit downs with him, but him and Taylor were supposed to take over the show, and it didn't happen. So next time. Hazel's out there. We didn't get to have her down here. We can't wait to have her on the show next time, or whenever we can. Emerald Cup, that's the other event besides Spannabis that we're always looking forward to, which is going to be.
I think they announced the dates already, actually, but I don't have them handy.
The December dates, I'm assuming, right?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, we'll keep. We'll definitely have her on at some point in the near future. And again, like Danny Danko, Ed Rosenthal, all the other people coming through, watch those shows. They're fun. Not so sure about this one, but you know,
It was
we
fun
do try.
for us.
Oh yeah, Highway Travel, of course. The Blacks. Bobby. Huh?
They were
Go on,
blessed.
Bobby.
April and Bobby Black. Also for being on the show. And yeah. And all the ladies. Beyond too many to mention, which is amazing. I never heard that on the show before.
Right?
Too many to mention. Right?
Sarah Jane, the
We
Dank
remember
Duchess.
them all.
Yeah, no. We're gonna quiz you.
Like the Incredibles test.
Pretty much. Like the kid in his
Yeah.
Incredibles test.
Incredibles.
I remember all.
Yeah.
Where were you before?
See you guys on Tuesday live, 4:20, 7:10. We'll see how that goes. Might even go a little earlier because we might be going out to Techno Tuesdays after that. Now that we'll be on
After we did
we're on-
Cheeky
after we did
Mondays
Cheeky Mondays and we're on a
all
tear.
week at Spannabis.
So yeah, we're going to be
One
pushing
of these shows will
pushing
be
the
top of
envelope.
our heads.
See you guys next week or next 2 days, 48 hours. We'll be back on the air. Adam Dunn Show. Never said another thing never said before. Thanks to all the sponsors. Thanks to you guys, obviously, for putting this together. Thanks to the chat gang. And as always, my beautiful wife, Cece, and little Nick, who is now with Grandma. And Grandma, of course, he's got him at the farm. I think he gets a free day off. Lucky guy. Another day off. My God.
No snowpocalypse.
No, it's not from Snowpocalypse.
It's
it's
springpocalypse.
It's whatever. it's whatever apocalypse. Daily apocalypse. I hope you guys have a good one. See you next week. Peace. Next few days.
Every one of the top 40 records being played on every radio station in the United States is a communication to the children to take a trip, to cop out, to groove. The psychedelic jackets on the record albums have their own hidden soul.
This is a special question. We don't want you to smoke genetically modified ganja. We want you to smoke the real thing. We want you to smoke the natural herb. Some call it marijuana, some call it sensimedia, some call it lamb's bread, and some people call it ganja.